Literally, they pulled up on the fire trucks where the heist even started and arrested them. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was basically over before the job started. That's what I got from it. I watched it. They had uniforms, outfits, ID badges. Cops saw a fire truck and stopped them before the robbery started. They immediately ran past the guard.
You ring tomorrow, bud?
They posted tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. I'll be here, brother. All right, I really want to read these. PD response would have been okay, but it was shut down so early and quickly. They immediately ran past the guard. They posted outside of the vault. That sucks, man. That sucks. The clowns were fucked. They should have been consequences when people crash others' RP like that in some capacity. Didn't make it fun for anyone. Chatterbox was trying to get all the clowns involved doing the vault. Something ODPD rewarded had y'all been involved. The biggest problem, they got stung before the mission started. No RP was allowed. Guns in face moment. I felt like it was a straw breaking a camel's back as well last night. They got RP robbed, in my honest opinion. I don't think the clowns would have gotten away at the end of it, but the scene weren't played out, so it was kind of over before it started. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, you know, it wasn't allowed to go really anywhere. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad to see it. Capt was helping and doing the mission, and even was he was confused. No shot. They even got him. They even got Capt involved to help with the mission. Is crazy. Crazy to work to shut down the whole thing. That's sad, man. Some characters hate middle parties of a story in the city. I know, man. Tessa literally took pics and made such good badges for everyone in every position. Clowns had firefighters, bank workers, security customers. Bro, you should have never stopped anyone's creative side. I mean, that's the thing, right? You don't want to shut down a creative scene because those are the scenes you don't see often, right? You don't see that shit often. So you gotta reward those scenes, even if it ends with them being arrested, but at least let it go somewhere. You know what I mean? Be suspicious, follow it along, maybe follow the truck to the location they're supposed to deliver the money. You know what I mean? Like just go with it to a certain extent. If you feel like, okay, PD's gonna shut down a part of it, that, you know, get to the point where you let the RP roll a little bit. Don't just shut it down immediately on scene, is what it sounds happened. Chatty was dressed as a bank manager at the vault and got told that he would be arrested if he used his phone mid-combo. The guard was Chatterbox. Oh, it sounds like so much effort went into this. The PD even pointed out that they had Fleeka badges instead of West Pacific, which is the vault is named under. Oh, man. Oh, man. The Molotov and bomb was more to try to create an RP fire. Jesus. It was capped side quest. No way, bro. This mission was supposed to happen on Tuesday, but the server was messed up. Jarilla saying they were trying so hard to make a fun RP chase for everyone. It was the first vault, and it started with the no blip on map. Then they ran past Chatty when he was trying to play as a guard for the bank. For the bank truck picking up money. That is sad. I was watching one of the cops, and the RPer said, "This ain't RP." Wait, I was watching one of the cops, and that RPer said, "This is anti-RP." Oh, you mean like the cops had their back? Is that what you mean, Noli one? Then they rushed in and said, "Everyone here is in cuffs." They was told to set afire the cargo door, then it was just shot. Oh my gosh, shut down the cop. At least let it play out. Yeah, that just sucks, man. It's supposed to be yes and, but that doesn't mean yes and fuck off. It just sad they put so much effort into their plan, and then the situation that it went. Yeah, it does suck, man. That definitely sucks. The bomb was a fail-safe distraction if things weren't going right. Oh, Jesus. Clowns honestly are justified in whatever they do next. I know. Time for a clowns versus PD war. It looks like that's where it's headed. If it was any other gang, I'd be like, yeah, screw them, but not the clowns. I know, bro. That's the thing, right? Is it was all the thing you got to take in. The thing that I think always needs to be looked at, which I feel like is a big aspect that's missed from RP, is like, what's their intention? You know what I mean? And you could tell their intention is to give RP, right? It is different if it's a, you know, fucking, you know, gangs trying to get money, doing some shit, and fucking, you know, class 2s and all that bullshit. Like, the intention of that is purely RP. Like, you got to take into consideration the time and effort it takes to create paperwork, go through uniforms, get cars. The setup of all that takes a fuck ton of time, right? Enormous amount of time. Enormous amount of time. It takes an enormous amount of time to put in all the effort into the paperwork, the uniforms, the all the RP, right? And that needs to be rewarded, man. That needs to be rewarded. Because at the end of the day, chat, like, it's all us playing a game. A fucking game! I hate that I have to repeat that. It's a fucking game! And if people are putting all that time and effort, man, just listen, hear them out. And just go with the RP, man. I'd rather. My immersion! It's RP. What? Listen, man. Like I said, man, that's just my viewpoint. Plumpy, thank you so much for the follow. At the end of the day, man, like I said, it sounds like they went through a lot of effort, and it sounds like it could have been a fun scene for everybody involved. I will tell you what's not fun. When you go to a big scene like that and it ends up getting shut down and it turns into a paperwork simulator for everybody. That's not fun. I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy paperwork simulator. They go, hey, here's my paperwork. You know what I mean? You could see here, I have a work order to be here. At that point, it's like, okay, listen, this guy really didn't try, right? This guy really didn't try. He's not putting in the time and the effort, okay? But when you actually create badges and paperwork and go through outfits and go through documents and all that bullshit, you gotta reward that, man. You gotta be able to reward that. And it sounds like it was cut off. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. D said it best. Clowns take a lot of L's. Clowns take a lot of L's. And for them to be mad at something, it means they truly were done dirty. Meaning they really put a lot of time and effort into something that sounds like got shut down. So that sucks. Honestly, the clowns are making the best of it. Situation, making funny RP. I mean, listen, props to them, because even as this went bad, they're still making RP out of it. Had an alias, fake RP IDs with serial numbers and everything to back it up, and 90% of them weren't able to be used. Oh my god, they didn't even have a chance to use their documents. Is crazy. When I heard the cops say I would see your blip, oh no, bro. Personally, I love dealing with ODPD because y'all help facilitate more RP instead of shutting it down. But in character, Poncho says fuck shields. We respect Poncho's opinion. Listen, I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna say it right now, and I need you guys to listen the fuck up. Big part of me coming back to NOPIXEL was I literally missed role playing with the clowns, and everywhere I went, I never found that quality RP. It was clear as day. It was clear as day, bro. Regardless of all the struggles that we went through, we struggled a lot with PD. We didn't see eye to eye. We didn't like how some of the situations were handled, stuff like that. And then ODPD came along, and it was a blessing, and I've been enjoying the fucking fuck out of ODPD. But the quality of RP that we got from the clowns is what got it. We left NOPIXEL for 8 months. The quality of RP that we got from a lot, and it's not just the clowns. There is definitely a lot of good role players here in NOPIXEL. But I will say the clowns have definitely stuck out. We've had amazing, phenomenal RP. And they were part of the reason that we came back to NOPIXEL. And now we're following them into 5.0. They thought they could fucking get rid of us. Guess what, chat? They fucking get rid of us that easy. That's right. We're going to continue that shit right into 5.0. Clowns need to make ODPD characters? Oh my god! Is there any chance Shields would become a clown in the future? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Neo. I feel like you need Shields on the PD side, okay? I feel like we need Shields on the PD side. As much as I love to be a clown and I love the clowns, I feel like you need cops that, you know, that you could have fun with and they get it. You know what I mean? You need that. I know. I've been enjoying it too much as a nemesis. We might need to do a clown day. I think LSPD, BCSO did that for you. I think I mean, it sounds like it. They used to have, remember, they used to be clown wars? There used to be clown wars where they go into like this big thing and they just like fist fight till death or some shit against PD. I remember doing that shit. We need to set one up with specifically ODPD in them, man. Hey, listen, I will say this though, chat. I will say this. Even though it's quote unquote hell week, okay? Even though it's quote unquote hell week, I'm going to be honest with you. If it's with the clowns, it's going to be fucking hilarious regardless of what happens. Okay? It's going to be hilarious regardless of what happens. I love how they're taking something that went down. They truly didn't enjoy how it went down. They turned it into really good RP and they fucking ran with it. You know what I mean? They weren't like, fuck this, I'm not flying in. They weren't like, fuck this shit, I'm not playing GTA. They weren't like, I'm gonna go play some other games. They said, I'm gonna turn this shit into RP. Even though it sounds horrendous and it's terrible, it sounds like they turned it into good RP at the end of the day, even for everybody involved, which W clowns for doing that. W clowns for doing that. You know what I mean? W clowns for doing that. So regardless if we're involved in constant shootouts with the clowns, whatever it is, I think they are justified. Of course, we'll treat it as officers and we'll do everything we can as officers. But W clowns for taking that shitty situation and bringing some good RP from it. Yeah, they'll have a plan for how you shoot you. Said there's no such thing as bad RP, just more RP. That is true. Listen, as long as you're a good RPer, absolutely. Hello Kitty week. They're breaking so much trying to hold that voice in, which makes it fun here. I know. I heard Kkrakd a couple times. This is the one time I'll say this. This is a great hell week. Clowns are good turning negative into positives. That is true, man. I have such a hard time with serious voices. Chatty kept breaking, trying to be emo. I mainly watch Raina. She hates being mean so much. Kirk Shields even event on the crane again. Oh my god. Am I allowed to post a clip here? Of course you are, brother. Of course. Oh man, that's fucking hilarious, chat. That is absolutely fucking hilarious.
King of the clown soul, haze in my blood. Every plan I make, leave the block in a flood. Slip out of cuffs like they ain't even locked. PD, catch me once, then I'm already dropped.